watch their faces. It's amazing. I'm proud. Let me share something with you. When you start, and also throughout this, it's about the eyes more than the ears. So when you watch and make sure, especially this side, that you don't fall behind. Melissa and Alan are being very clear. So use your eyes. It's different. Okay? Did you hear what she said? No. We're being timid. She's being timid too. You need to be aggressive. Yeah. All right, one more thing, please. Go. Yes, I should tell you the order. Okay, so we're doing Shenandoah first, and then Sylvie first, and then you guys are seated. We're not going to do it in a special way. We're just going to call you up, and you'll just find yourself. Okay. As soon as Sylvie is over, then come up here and do Shenandoah, and both of you use these later, so that you guys have a chance to sing. All right. I will give you guys your programs in just a second, so that you know officially where it's happening. But also, I'll be announcing it. Okay? I'll take two more questions. Yes and yes. No. You do it. Yeah. And last.
And then do you know approximately how much time it takes guys to change?
It's a decent amount of time.
Like, is it like
a whole choir?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. Would you fill in on the sides, the back of the sides? Fill in on the back of the side lines. And then we're going to need the restroom quickly if you want to. Then when it's time to sing, come up. All right? Vocal music, so stay on. Nice job.
I'm so sorry. You're good.
In the back half.
Start.
The bathrooms I want to have them driven before the train stops. I don't know where it's going to be. Let's get to the middle.
Okay, sure.
I
Do you want
would-
me to do it real quick?
Well, I was going to say, if you can get to your goals to know how much room they're going to need there, we could probably put a few seats over here.
So the Glee clubs are not.
They'll just not touch each other. I talked about that before. They don't need to hear each other's feet. But if you know how much
If they want
your
to,
girls
yeah, yeah.
need, then we can pull a couple more seats over here.
Give me your trash.
Good afternoon and welcome to St. Paul's Lutheran Church. You can see we have a full house. We just opened up a couple of pews on the right front of the sanctuary, off to the sides, the transept. If you are still looking for a seat, come up to the right front in the transept where we have opened a couple of pews. In addition, if you are sitting out in the main sanctuary, please do all you can to accommodate incoming patrons. If there is room to scoot towards the center, please do so. And if somebody is coming and looking for a seat and it's possible to accommodate, please do so. Thank you very much. We'll begin in about 10 minutes.
Hey, they're in front of you.
I would say we could practice that again, but that is the quickest I've heard a crowd this size get quiet. Fantastic. Well, and speaking of the size of the crowd, what a way to pack a house. Just a bunch of Michigan fans here ready to enjoy a concert by the university. Okay. You know... Oh, you knew that I had to. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to St. Paul's Lutheran Church and this Cathedral Concerts in the Evening series. We're so excited that you're here this evening, and this evening is sure to be full of wonderful music, great times with the Northwest High School choirs and the Ohio State choirs. A couple of announcements before I turn it over. First of all, restrooms. Restrooms are down in the basement of this building, down the stairs, and you can access them by going to the back and down that way. There's also a restroom by the entrance that you can use. That's a single-person restroom, but it's available. Also, in the building over, the office and education building, there are several restrooms in the basement that you can use. So go over to that building, walk down the stairs, and you'll find the restrooms. I want to let you know that after the Northwest Men's Chorus sings, before the Ohio State Men's Glee Club sings, we're going to have a time for a free will offering and announcements. At that time, I will go through some announcements related to the series and some more related to this concert, and the offering plates will be passed down. I want to say that this series, this very concert, is only possible because of the generosity of this audience. Every time we finish a concert, I'm inspired and amazed by the generous giving that folks are led to do to keep all of these concerts absolutely free. So I'll say a little bit more about that at the time of the collection, but please anticipate that as we go here. In your program, you'll find some information about future concerts. We'll take a little break for the holiday season, and then we'll be back here in February, March, April, and then May. And again, I'll talk about that a little bit later. It's my pleasure this evening to welcome both the Northwest High School choirs, which I have the opportunity to direct, in addition to serving as director of music at this church, and also artistic director of this series. And also our special guests for the evening, the Ohio State Men's Chorus and the Ohio State University. Okay. Let's try this again. Here we go. The Ohio State University Men's Glee Club and Women's Glee Club. But I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to turn it over to a very special person to this place and to me, who has a little bit of something to do with the reason this is all happening. So, without further ado, to finish our remarks, Pastor Mark Creamer.
This concert, of course, this whole concert series has been a dream of Chad and mine since I think the day I got here 4 years ago. And I'm just incredibly overjoyed that we could pack this entire congregation or sanctuary for this concert this evening. I did already apologize to my brothers in the Glee Club that the Michigan Glee Club got here before them. But when Chad came with that opportunity a year ago, I said, the only way that's possible is if Ohio State comes this year. So I'm so overjoyed to have Jordan Saul here with us with the Women's Glee Club, which was the only Glee Club they wouldn't let me in at Ohio State for some reason. Oh, okay. But I got to sing in all the other choruses. And again, this is just a dream come true for me tonight to bring both these wonderful Glee Clubs and Northwest here. Really, ever since I was in school, and I was part of the Glee Club from 1988 to 1990, and where we went to the UK and did a series of concerts and also participated in the Internationalized Steadfed there, where the Michigan Glee Club says they were the first United States choir to ever win the male chorus division, which is true. The Ohio State University Men's Glee Club won it by more than 20 points, which far eclipsed the Michigan Glee Club's concert. But also later that night, We were the first American group not only to win it, but also the first group ever to win it unanimously to get the title Choir of the World. So I am so thrilled. I don't know that I've seen any of my brothers from that era here tonight, but if you're here, welcome to St. Paul's. I will say one thing: if you don't have a church home, please come and consider this your church home. St. Paul's is just a wonderful congregation, a wonderfully welcoming place. We do have a number of services coming up on Christmas Eve and Advent through the Advent season, so I hope that you will look at the newspapers and see when those services are. We have one at 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve and one at 10:30, and special music will start at 10 o'clock for that service. And then, because this year Christmas actually falls on a Sunday, which is a Sabbath, we have to have worship. We'll have our worship service here at 10 a.m. on Christmas morning. So please, if you don't have a church home, I hope that you will consider St. Paul's your home and come and be a part of our family here at St. Paul's. And I think I'm going to be quiet now, and just because I could talk on and ramble like this for an hour about my time at Ohio State. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Jordan Saul to the stage with the Women's Glee Club of Ohio State.
Good afternoon. Thank you for hosting us. Our first piece on the program isn't printed, but I want to share a bit about it with you. It's a commissioned work called American Prophecy. It's in 3 movements. We had it commissioned for this Glee Club in the Department of Dance at The Ohio State University, and it was made possible because of a Global Arts and Humanities Discovery Theme grant that was secured by us from the School of Music. So this music was written for us and for our leadership specifically. It will be conducted this evening by Ariel Alvarado, our graduate teaching assistant and assistant conductor. I'm going to ask her to tell you a bit about the text of the piece.
Good evening. I have the absolute pleasure and honor of working with this lovely Glee Club that you see behind here, and to especially bring this piece to you all today. The music was written by my mentor, B.E. Boykin, and the text was written by our fellow Spellman sister, Brittany Ray Kroll. Please allow me a moment. What grows in broken spaces, when blood becomes dust, when bone settles to stone, when they think there's nothing left, we'll make a harvest of our breath, unfold stories from the soil of the miracles of ourselves. And what was meant for bad will mold in our own hands to soothe what was scattered and gather what was bruised. Soul flowers from flesh rise, to suns our mothers made shine, when we were only star seeds, smaller than sand, flickering embers in night's dark expanse. Our roots are in the vision, promises for suffering sown, strong as heartwood, sure as stone. May our marrow guide us home. Through this life and the next, what the earth knows never dies. Our soul is an archive. We evolve. We survive. Our cellist for the evening is James McDermott.
You have an incoming phone call from your brother. Would you like me to?
Alleluia,
There we go. I would just like to take a moment to once again thank the Ohio State Women's Glee Club for a very, very moving and profound performance this evening. Would you thank me? You certainly don't need my words, but Women's Glee Club, Women's Chorus, Treble Choir, it goes by lots of names these days, but these groups sing with such passion, and it's a really special place to make music and to witness music. If I may also take a point of personal privilege, Jordan Saul is a friend from a past life for both of us, I think, and so when I found out that she was conducting this group, I was extra excited. She's a deep thinker. She connects with her students in a way that I have not heard of before, and obviously her work speaks for itself. So Jordan, it's great to see you, and we would like to thank you and your wonderful choir again. And at this time, I'm inviting the Northwest Women's Chorus to come forward. As they take a moment to get seated, just a little bit about this group. So this group is made up of two groups of students. Number one, the Northwest Cantare, which meets during our second period in the morning every day, and also the Women of the Chorale, our advanced mixed group. They then, when we're not off school on a Monday or a Friday, or a Monday rather, we meet together and we put all of this together. I say exactly what I echoed with the last group. Working with these amazing young women, for me, is such a powerful experience every day. Like I said, they're such deep thinkers. They feel the music so deeply. And when they talk about the music and their experiences, I learn just a ton. And it's an honor to make music with them. They're going to start off with a version of a classic folk tune, Bring Me Little Water, Sylvie, and then finish up with Shenandoah. Of course, the American folk song that tells of the longing of home, specifically the Shenandoah Valley as a family is going west. But as we reflected on it a little bit deeper, what is home? Where is home? Who is home? And we worked in this piece on a healthy choral tone and how to convey that longing for whatever home is to us. So I'm going to turn it over to student director Alyssa Ferris and the Northwest Women's Chorus. I'm so sorry after something so amazing and precious and beautiful and all that I got to introduce this next bunch of hoodlums, but I guess we have to do it. Northwest Men's Chorus, get up there. Just kidding.
I'd be remiss because we've had these two wonderful high school choruses with us this evening. But I also, one of the reasons why I love the fact that Chad brings his high school groups in here, especially when they get to see these wonderful Glee clubs from Ohio State, is that the majority of the women that were up here a little earlier and the men that you will see are not music majors. They're not even in the School of Music other than when they sing in the Glee clubs. They are engineers, business majors, everything else but music. So again, I hope that they will look and see that you don't have to stop singing when you graduate from high school, that you can continue your musical career. And also there are many, many wonderful community choruses around. In a few weeks, we're going to celebrate the Canton Symphony Orchestra's Pops concert. And most of the people there were not music majors when they were growing up. They were just people that loved to sing, and there are just so many opportunities to continue singing and to continue making music. So I don't know if Dr. Saul or Dr. Ward or Jordan Saul will mention this later, but I hope that you'll see that there's just so many opportunities to continue making music. So I will turn this back over to Chad and the men's chorus.
Thank you, thank you. So in this segment, we're going to have the Northwest Men's Chorus, and then in between that, our a cappella group, the Acafellas. It's okay. Well, I tried. We'll try this again, and then maybe you can laugh harder next time. So the Acafellas will sing in the middle. They're working on barbershop right now. They're working on singing without a conductor. They're a fun group. Both of these choirs, well, everybody, but especially both of these choirs represent some of the best parts of my day. These guys have a lot of great energy. They know how to have fun. They know how to be serious. They're musical and communicative, and I know that they're all going to go really awesome places in the future. So we're going to perform for you as a men's chorus, The Word Was God, based on John 1, the scripture from John 1, and then finish up with something a little fun with the Acafellas in between. Northwest Men's Chorus.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. In the beginning was the same was in the beginning with God, and the same was in the beginning with God. 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 The same was in the beginning with God, and the Word was God. All things were was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning
a one, a two, a one, two, ready, go.
Dum 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 be dooby dum 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 be dooby dum 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 be dooby dum wah 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 dum 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 be dooby dum 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 be dooby dum 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 be dooby dum wah 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 dum 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 be dooby 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 dum wah 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 never 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 whoa whoa I love you never 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 you never gave me a chance dum 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 be dooby dum 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 be dooby dum 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 be dooby dum dum wah wah doo shooby doo bop wee-oo-be-doo shooby doo bop wee-oo-be-doo shooby doo bop wee-oo-be-doo bop doo shooby doo bop wee-oo-be-doo shooby doo bop wee-oo-be-doo shooby doo bop wee-oo-be-doo bop never 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 oh oh I love you never 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 you never gave me a chance dum 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 be dooby 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 dum whoa 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 whoa
Because this one's mine. Looks about right.
This time I'm going to invite the local news to come to the stage, and after that we'll collect funeral offering before we hear from the Ohio State Men's Club. Vocal Muse is the acapella group, all women's acapella group within the women's chorus. These ladies meet once a week, well, actually twice a week, once during the day and then after school. They're going to offer one piece this evening, Rumor Has It by Adele. Found arrangement, powerful arrangement. I'm very excited for you to hear. Rumor Has It.
Be able to love like I will.
They said, whatever you do, give us time to change. So we tried to do that. Thank you, Vocal Muse. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to invite the ushers to come forward, and I'm going to ask that everybody stay seated until the conclusion of these announcements, and then we're going to have a 10-minute intermission. Once again, the restrooms in the church are downstairs. There's one by the door, multiple in the other building, especially downstairs, so feel free to explore. Just to make sure you come back to us. As I said before, this free will offering is what we rely on for this series, to bring these highest quality artists and groups into town. It takes a lot of work and a lot of resources, so thank you for your generosity in advance. I would like to let you know that if anybody is interested in getting more involved and contributing to this series, please don't hesitate to reach out. We have a lot of opportunities for sponsorships in honor or memory of a loved one or an event or a group or a school. As you can see on the back of your program, many have taken advantage of that. So please don't hesitate to reach out if bringing great music, the best kind of music to Massillon, is something that you are interested in. Speaking of sponsors, I'm going to ask whoever is at the back to queue up a couple of the pictures. There are 3 or 4 very special people that we need to thank this evening for making this concert possible. First of all, I would like to thank Paul and Susan White for their generous contribution they gave to the series this evening as a way to say thank you for the wonderful music here at St. Paul's during our series and also during Sunday morning worship. Paul and Susan, give a quick wave. Next slide, please. Next, we have a wonderful, another fantastic OSU connection in this church. I'm not going to say too much about it because I want to make sure that I don't get anything wrong. But if you look up Bob Long on Google, you will find an article about OSU alum Bob Long, who is a member of this church. He unfortunately could not be here this evening, but he was instrumental, critical in making the stadium, the OSU stadium, what it is today. He was a graduate of the engineering school, and he was a consultant leader on the project. I happened to see it in an article that came out recently, fantastic article. So if you Google it, you'll find the newspapers and find the stories about Bob and his wonderful work on the stadium. I thought that was so cool that we have somebody here at this church who was involved in that. So we would certainly like to thank Bob Long and his wife Patty for their generous contribution in making this concert. Finally, last and absolutely not least, Reverend Mark and Veronica Brewer are 2 of those treasure gem kind of people who believe in living out their faith and living out goodness through actions in addition to words. When Mark joked with me about bringing the OSU Glee Club here, it started off in jest, but of course it got my mind spinning, and we made it happen. And then, additionally, they decided to contribute more in other ways to make this happen. So, Mark and Veronica, for all you are, for all you do, and for your generosity to this concert, thank you so much. Will you go, please? And I'll ask that you take a look at our sponsor list on the very back of the program. Many of you are here this evening, and I want to say thank you so much for making this concert possible, and all of our concerts possible. Finally, just a couple of announcements before our intermission. You can also take a look and see the rest of this season, our concert season. Next up, we have internationally renowned pianist Caroline Oltmans, who's the piano professor at the University of Youngstown. She travels all around the world, and if you love great piano music, you definitely want to come to this concert. But even if you don't love great piano music, Dr. Oltmans has a way of programming in a story, in a fantastic way. She's an amazing player and a wonderful speaker, and that's why I invited her to be part of this series. And then we finish off our series with Daniel Rope, who's the organist of the Saint-Sulpice Cathedral in Paris. He'll be here, and that is co-sponsored by the American Guild of Organists chapter in this area. Harmony Riggers are our local chorus for a cause. And finally, Two Men and a Bench, the duo that I have with my friend Mark Hughes, will finish up in May. We also want to make sure that you know that you are welcome here at St. Paul's. I'd like to say that this is your church. This is a wonderful place, a welcoming family with great music, a meaningful message in a beautiful space. And we really hope that you won't be a stranger after tonight, certainly for the concerts, and also perhaps in a Sunday morning service. After the concert, the OSU Glee clubs and I'm volunteering, the Northwest students, have agreed to greet you here. We're not going to go anywhere else because there are so many in the audience, but if you'd like to say anything to anybody, thank them for their good work, you are welcome to do that after the concert. So at this time, we are going to take a 10-minute intermission, time to stretch your legs before the men's Glee club finishes us up. 10 minutes. Thank you. to begin the final section.
That was the Men's Glee Club. Thank you very much. Next up, we have The Statesmen. We are a contemporary a cappella group composed of people of the Men's Glee Club, and we have a couple songs to sing for you. First up is There's a Meeting Here Tonight, featuring various soloists, and then Lay Me Down by Sam Smith, featuring Jesse Desipeda.
Yes, I do. I believe that one day I will be where I was, right there, right next to you. And it's hard. The days just seem so dark. The moon and the stars are nothing without you. Your touch, your skin. Where do I begin? No words can explain the way I'm missing you. Deny this emptiness, this hole that I'm inside. These tears, they tell their own story. Told me not to cry when you were gone. But this feeling's overwhelming. It's much too strong. Can I lay by your side next to you, and maybe I can't be with you tonight. I'm reaching out to you. Can you hear my call? This hurt that I've been through, I'm missing you like crazy. You told me not to cry when you were gone. But this feeling's overwhelming, it's much too strong. Can I lay by your side next to you, and make sure you're alright? I'll take care of you, and I don't wanna be here if I can't be with you tonight. Whoa, lay me down tonight. Lay me by your side. Whoa, lay me down tonight. Lay me by your side. Can I lay by your side next to you, to you? Amen.
Thank you all for coming this evening, and in 6 days, hopefully we revenge that loss from last year. Go Bucks!